Welcome back, friends. This is Dr. Mlelwa Lecturers. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and to click the bell. Then put all for more updates. To join our Telegram group for discussions, just click show more in the description. Then if you scroll down, you'll see the links for the O-level and the A-level group. Welcome back, friends. This is Advanced Biology session 46. Na kama ambavyo tu discuss kwenye session iliyopita, tuko naangalia kuhusu mechanism of balance. If you didn't understood anything, just contact me. My contacts they are there in the description of that video. The facilitator in this session, I am Dr. Mlelwa, and it is good in this session we are going to discuss we are going to study endocrinology. Kwa hiyo endocrinology is just the continuation of our coordination topic. But this is just like some kind of like part 2. We can divide the coordination into 3 major parts. That is neural coordination, endocrinology, and the last part we will discuss about the phytohormones, or we shall discuss about the hormonal coordination in plants. Now, kwenye neural coordination tuko na discuss kuhusu nerve impulse. Tukaona vitu vingi kwamba nerve impulse is an electrical impulse, tend to travel as an electrical in neurons, and in the synapse tend to travel as the chemical in chemical synapses. However, in electrical synapse the nerve impulse passes as electrical. Na pia tukaona vitu vingi kuhusu the speed of conduction of nerve impulse. What are the factors affecting the speed of conduction of the nerve impulse? Tukaona properties of receptors. Na tunavyoendelea na endocrine coordination, some of the concepts which we will be using, they are the same as those which we have already discussed them in the neural coordination. However, some of the concepts will be different because of the perceptions, or because of the different experiments which have been done by the scientists. They have evolved different things about coordination. Now, what you are saying as in an introduction, endocrine or hormonal coordination is one among the type or the system of coordination in mammals. Is one among the type or the system of coordination. You can say either in mammals or in animals. So what we can say that the animals possess two principal coordinating system. We have the nervous system and you have the endocrine system. Now, the nervous system gives rapid control. You see that the first major difference, rapid control, while the endocrine system regulates long-term changes. Kwa hiyo endocrine system ina regulate vitu ambavyo ni vya muda mrefu, while nervous short-term or rapid. The two systems tend to interact, and one among the example which is very common for the interaction of the nervous and the neural system, the control of the secretions of the digestive juices, is how we discussed in nutrition. Now the two systems interact in dynamic way. So there is no a constant way of interaction between the endocrine and the neural system. In dynamic way, in order to maintain a constancy of animal internal environment, while permitting changes to varying external environment, as how we discussed in various lectures before, kwamba tuna internal and external environment. However, we will discuss more in detail about this when we will be discussing about the homeostasis. Now, what we are saying that both systems secrete chemicals. Nervous system as transmitter between the neurons, and endocrine system as it is sole means of communication between various organs and tissues in the body. So kwenye hizi notes ukiona kuna reference imeandikwa namba 2, that is understanding biology. Reference namba 1 is biological science. na tutaenda kuziona reference book huko mwishoni. Na what we are saying ni kwamba kwenye electrical or neural coordination inatumia chemicals only as a neurotransmitter, while in endocrine coordination inatumia chemical kama ndo namna ya kuweza communicate with the different parts the body. Now we have the differences between hormonal and nervous coordination in animal. As we said in nervous coordination that we will discuss the differences between the nervous and the hormonal coordination. These different, they are very important, and if you know about the differences and the similarities between these two systems, it is very important because some of teachers, they can ask you a question directly to give out or to explain the differences between the nervous and hormonal coordination. One among the major differences that the electrical and chemical transmission in nervous system. Electrical and chemical transmission. In nervous system there is electrical and chemical transmission. While in endocrine secretion we have only chemical transmission, that is hormones through blood system. So in nervous system the transmission of the nerve impulse in the axon is done as electrical, and the transmission of nerve impulse across the synapse is done by chemicals. In nervous system we have rapid transmission and response, while in endocrine coordination you have the slow transmission and relative slow acting, except adrenaline. Why? Kwa sababu adrenaline, kama tulivyosoma kule kwenye nervous coordination, adrenaline it is involved in the sympathetic pathway, na sympathetic pathway inahitaji vitu vifanyike fast. Kwa hiyo ndo maana if you see a lion very fast you respond, because adrenaline is able to respond very fast due to the fact that it is used in the sympathetic coordination. Kwa adrenaline used in the sympathetic coordination, if it could be slow, manake many of the dangerous condition zingekuwa zinaweza kupata, na at the end of the day there could be no importance of sympathetic coordination again. Lakini kwenye nervous coordination often short term changes, hormonal coordination often long term changes. Remember, when we are talking of hormonal or endocrine coordination, we are talking of hormones. Let's say we are taking an example of the reproductive hormone. Let's say estrogen. Estrogen kazi yake inaweza kufanya proliferation of mammalian glands kwenye proliferation of mammalian glands kwenye breast, and more especially is during either puberty or during pregnancy. Lakini pia estrogen inaweza kufanya kazi labda kwenye mambo ya uterus. Pia tuchukulie mfano mwingine labda progesterone. Nazungumza hivi kwa sababu these hormones, estrogen and progesterone, they are reproductive hormones, so they are not so much considered in endocrine coordination, and they will be discussed under reproduction topic. Kwa hiyo hata nikizungumza on shallow, don't worry, because these will be discussed in reproduction topic and they will be discussed in detail. Kwa hiyo some of the facts I don't remember them well, but don't worry, my aim is to give you an example. Now for example, progesterone in reproduction, the rule of progesterone is to make sure that the corpus luteum does not degenerate. I mean, the corpus luteum tend to secrete the progesterone, and the role of progesterone is to make sure that the wall of uterus does not block down in the presence of pregnancy. Yani after fertilization, kama tutakuwa tuna fertilization, the corpus luteum tend to do the function of producing progesterone mpaka hiyo kazi itakavyochukuliwa na wall of the uterus. Sasa nazungumza kitu kwamba unakuja kukuta hiyo kazi, kwanza corpus luteum yenyewe, if we don't have pregnancy it will stay for 2 weeks, you see, And if we have pregnancy, corpus luteum will stay maybe for more than 1 month. And for that more than 1 month, corpus luteum tend to secrete progesterone hormone. And the function of progesterone hormone is to make sure that the wall of the uterus does not break, yani inaenda kusupporti ili fertilize the egg, imanake ile zygote iliyotengenezwa inaenda kuwa supported in the uterus wall mpaka pale itakapofanya implantation na mpaka hiyo rule itakapoanza kuchukuliwa na uterus wall. Lakini I am talking one thing kwamba however hata corpus luteum itakavyo degenerate later au itakavyotengeneza corpus callosum, but ninazungumza kitu kimoja kwamba the function of progesterone ina last long time. Unaweza kuta it is 1 week, 2 weeks or even more. Now it is not as the nervous coordination which can last maybe for few seconds or even few, maybe if it lasts more it is just a few minutes or hours, but it can't stay for a week, a month, no. But in endocrine it is possible. Also in nervous coordination the pathway is specific because tunakuwa tumetarget moja kwa moja, maybe we are going to the muscle or we are going to liver, we are going to stomach, we are going to lungs. However, in endocrine coordination pathway is not specific. Remember one thing, that in endocrine coordination the target are specific but pathway is not specific. When the hormones they are secreted by the endocrine glands, they are poured into the blood, so they circulate through the blood all over the body. But the targets are specific. So if the targets of the hormones they are present in the kidney, only when the blood will pass through the kidney, it is where the response will be produced. But if the blood will not reach the kidney, means the response of the hormone will not be produced. So the target are specific, but the hormone, the hormone pathway is not specific. Also, response is often localized, such as one muscle, while in endocrine response may be very widespread, such as growth. Growth takes place all over the body. So if we have growth hormone and we are discussing its function, it takes place all over the body. We discuss some of the detail of the growth hormone in this topic, and later more detail of the growth hormone will be provided in the growth topic. Also, we have some of the similarities between these two systems. We have some of the similarities. Both they are regulated by the negative feedback mechanism. What is the negative feedback mechanism? We shall discuss it later more about the negative feedback mechanism. In my teaching style, I am always discussing the feedback mechanism under the topic of homeostasis. Feedback mechanism unaweza kustudy kwenye homeostasis na unaweza kustudy kwenye coordination, it is the same. Now I prepared these notes when I was teaching somewhere in advance, and by such time I was already taught nilikuwa nimeshafundisha regulation, kwa hiyo nilikuwa sina haja ya kuandaa part ya feedback mechanism kwa sababu nilikuwa nimeshafundisha. Kwa hiyo even my followers of my sessions in YouTube, I will teach you feedback mechanism in homeostasis. Kwa hiyo I know most of you mlijua naweza nikafundisha in coordination, but I can't teach it in coordination until when I will reach the topic of homeostasis. So both they are regulated by the negative feedback mechanism. Negative feedback mechanism always it tend to control or to return the system to its normal structure or to its normal condition, while the positive feedback tend to make the system to deviate more, to go far more from the correct position. The second tip to know that both are devoted to maintain homeostasis by coordinating and regulating activities of the cell, tissue, organs and system. Kwa hiyo hizi system zote kazi yake ni kumaintain homeostasis. How are these two systems they are involved in maintaining homeostasis? You'll understand more when we be discussing about homeostasis and regulation, because the major aim of coordination is maintaining homeostasis. Without maintaining homeostasis, an organism can die. Kwa hiyo bila homeostasis kiumbe angekuwa anaweza kufa, kwa sababu there is rise in the fall of temperature, rise in the fall of body sugar and different things. Now, in absence of the chemical and the endocrine coordination, the organism would die. Also, the third are simulated that both use chemical substance as transmission of information, although the method of transmission and release differs. The method of transmission and release of the chemicals in the endocrine and hormonal coordination, in the endocrine and the neural coordination differs. Neural coordination uses chemicals as the transmitter substance in the synapse, while the hormonal coordination uses chemical substance at the soul transmitter all over the body. Now let I end up here. In the next session we will start discussing more in detail about the hormonal coordination, the glands, characters of the gland, and I think we will start discussing about the mechanism how the hormone tend to function in the body. Thank you everybody, and don't forget to share this video and to subscribe the channel. Wish you nice studies.